Hello guys, welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks for 7th December 2022. Turns out it was Bobby that was the killer. He killed Verity. I got it wrong, I'm sorry. The last episode, that just goes to show you that I don't watch each episode and give my review and knowing what the next episode holds. So turns out Bobby's the killer. I was gobsmacked, honestly, and he's very clever as well because Eric has like a beige hoodie, like a brown beige hoodie, and when the scene they kill Verity, that they shown like that particular hoodie or that kind of costume. Turns out Bobby had a similar cloak that matched Eric's hoodie, like a very thin beige brown hoodie with a hood on. I thought that was very clever of Hollyoaks because it wasn't predictable at all. I've been watching this program for almost about 15 years, actually longer than that. I believe 17 years going on now. Anyway, and yeah, I couldn't even see that coming. And I did think at the back of my mind, Bobby, because she's got that book, it makes sense, but because Eric's wearing that hoodie and they literally showed a shadow, someone wearing that same hoodie, and Eric's got like bruises or sort of blood on his knuckles because he punched the wall. They're showing that the flashback today. I thought that was just too smart, and it I'm pretty sure most viewers thought it was Eric, and I thought, when he was crying in the ambulance and everything, oh please save his sister, I thought it was all an act. Again, that was very smart writing, honestly. My credit to Hollyoaks writers. I thought that was just genius writing, and I was glued in. I couldn't believe it was Bobby, and it kind of like, I know he's just a kid, but for the character, it made me really dislike his character even more, and I really hope Goldie's doesn't let him rest and gets onto him. And I can't help but think that because Goldie's given the book to Verity, she kind of put Verity in that situation. It's not Goldie's fault at all, but had that not happened, then and had Goldie not flaunted that to Bobby, saying that her solicitor Verity has got the evidence, the book of Silas's book basically, and it turns out now it makes sense. I'm pretty sure Bobby must have used that book to do the first strike on Verity, like whacked her against the head, and then dropped the bookshelf. So although it's genius writing, it's kind of quite it's kind of brutal as well, and quite a thing as a viewer, but it's just very good writing. Unfortunately, Verity is like one of my favorite characters, and because she had to go like in such a way, it kind of hurts a bit. And when Shaq was waiting all day for her, because I think he put out like a romantic thing in his house, all the flowers, decorations, going to propose basically, and the fact that he couldn't go through with that, and he's having to, Zoe's giving him a heads up, he's run to hospital, finding out Verity's kind of passed away, all within the space of like almost half an hour probably, or 15 minutes, if that, from the distance from his house to hospital, D Valley Hospital. And then it's just it must have been a tough day for him. And Tony as well, the way he broke down, again, it's great acting from the actor, and I just think it's just a sad day for the Cunninghams. I've really felt for Tony, especially when he was like curling up against the window, and and he just wanted to scream, but he didn't, because obviously Verity's right there, and they're in the hospital as well. It was a sad scene, and when Shaq put the ring on her finger, that was really sad. Even Eric couldn't watch that. And all this time, I thought Eric was putting an act on, but he was just in shock as much as us, because he doesn't know what's going on as well. I mean, I personally hope Eric does find out the real killer of Verity, and because I think it takes someone like Eric, twisted as Eric, to give an appropriate punishment to Bobby. I know he's just a kid, but I think as viewers, we'd want to see Bobby go down for this. I know Mercedes is too protective. She's not going to let anything happen. I do think something might happen. Like someone else might find out, then they might threaten Bobby and such. I know he's just a kid, but he needs help. Number one, he needs professional help. Like, go to a therapist, and he needs to be turned in. I'm sorry, now at this point, I really hope the police do find him before Eric or the Cunninghams or even Shaq does, because he's just a kid. There's no point getting if Eric or Shaq, they decided to do something to Bobby, it's just wrong because he's a kid. So you kind of hope as a viewer the authorities get to Bobby first, so that way Tony, Eric and Shaq, they don't need to do anything. And the way he's Bobby's kind of like acting straight after his play, managing to do the play as well, going through all that, and then coming back home as if it's all normal and laughing and joking with his family. I thought that was pretty gruesome from his character. Great acting from his end as well. And yeah, I think it was honestly, it was such a fantastic episode. I thought it was not predictable at all. I did not see this coming. I know some of you guys may have seen this coming. Certainly not me, and I'm pretty sure most viewers did not see this, because the hoodie, the brown hoodie, Bobby had and Eric had, and then they're showing the flashback of Bobby. Yeah, that was good writing. Anyway, don't know what's going to happen now, but I hope they heal. All I can say is for the Cunninghams, all I can wish them is good luck and hope they heal. I know certainly Verity was one of my favourite characters there. The fact that they had to kill her off, it kind of upsets me as a viewer. But maybe Hollyoaks, they knew that she's never going to come back. I don't know what's going on in real life. Maybe I need to look into that. Maybe I need to start kind of like following the actors when they leave, or any kind of major news like that, and see what's really happened for me to give a proper review. I think that might be something that might be called for, and that's probably that I've learned as well. That might be a good idea. Anyway, gonna move on. A side story with Romeo and Olivia. Obviously, they're bickering over certain things of the play. Now she kind of uninvited Romeo to their wedding. Romeo's like, that's Princess's best mate, they can't. And I think Romeo kind of like said some kind words to her later, and then she kind of invited her. I think I'm getting kind of tired with making Olivia a villain all the time, because I think she's got great potential in the Hollyoaks, in the village, and the fact that they kind of always not making us stop being mean or kind of crafty to others in the village, and it just kind of needs to stop, I reckon. And I really don't want to say this, but I can almost see the writers are trying to maybe make a storyline for Romeo and Olivia to get it on together behind Prince's back. And so like can have an affair or something, and for me that's not gonna be interesting at all. I'm sorry, I can't see it. It's gonna be wrong, because they had this problem before. Don't forget, Romeo, Prince, and don't know if they had a forgot her name, Lily. That's it, Lily. But obviously she passed away in the show, and they had a love triangle there, and we don't want to see another one. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next one. If you did like this video review, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.